Volunteer light candle. Before we start our chanting, we have a small blessing ceremony. As you know, when our friends have their birthdays, we like to take this opportunity to like wish them our blessings and give our show our loving kindness and gratitude towards them. So we would love to have that opportunity. So today we have a beloved person who's having her birthday. I think it's tomorrow. So I invite Melissa to come here. So Melissa, so we would like to all of us, monks and all, every one of us, we like to take this opportunity to give our best wishes, our loving kindness, and our blessings for your good health and for your growth in your spiritual life. And so we know that you are a great mother, and so you're playing different roles in your life, and then getting mature and mature in our life. So we want to wish you all the blessings and strength to like transform those different stages in your life. And we really appreciate your friendliness, your fellowship, your and loving kindness that you have been showing to all of our community. And this is our way of saying thank you and appreciating that friendliness, okay, and loving kindness. And all of us would wish you, we have arranged these nice plates for you. And so we offer flowers to the Buddha to honor his great compassion, the blossom compassion of the Buddha. And we offer candle lights to honor his great wisdom. So when we offer this, we are honoring the wisdom and the compassion of the Buddha. So in turn, we want to wish you to have the same qualities in your wisdom and compassion, both qualities. So we will now do a chant, wishing you all the blessings, and you can hold this, and I will give you a signal when you can light the candle. Okay. So may Melissa receive the blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha, the sublime Dhamma, and the compassionate Sangha. And Melissa receive all these blessings, be blessed with good health, strength, and courage, and wisdom to go through the challenges in life and continue to grow spiritually. Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatpantarayo sukhi dīghāyuko bhavat Bhavatu sabbha mangalam rakhantu sabbha devata sabbha buddhanubhavena sada sotni bhavantu te Bhavatu sabbha mangalam rakhantu sabbha devata Sabbha dhammanubhavene sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabbha mangalam rakhantu sabbha devata sabbha sanghanubhavene sada sotti Bhavantu te. Yeah. Please touch this plate from the bottom and wish a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday and good health. Happy and healthy and prosperous.
Happy birthday.
Sadhu. Sadhu. Sadhu.
Okay, now we can do our chanting. Please turn page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
The three refuges.
Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami.
Next page. There are 5 precepts.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, adinādana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, kāmesu micchācārā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, musāvādā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, surāmērya
සමීරය මජ්ජ පමාදත්තානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
On the opposite page, let's read the affirmative vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and long-term commitment. Being aware that work can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and peacefulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha.
ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරති සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති.
Homage to the Dhamma.
ස්වාංකාදෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සම්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒපස්සිකෝ ඕපනයිකෝ පටිච්චත්තං වේදිතබ්බෝ විඤ්ඤෝහිති.
Homage to the Sangha.
සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ යතිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අත්ථ පුරිස පුංගලා ඒස භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනියෝ පාහුනියෝ දක්ඛිනියෝ අංජලි කරණියෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offering. Offering of light.
ගණසාරක්කදිත්තේන දීපේන තමදංසිනා තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝරුදං.
Offering of incense.
ගන්ධ සම්භාර යුත්තේන දූපේනාහං සුගන්ධිනා පූජේ පූජනීයං තං පූජා භාජන මුත්තමං.
Offering of flowers.
වන්න ගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සම්පතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්දස්සේ සිරිපාද සරෝරුහි පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන මේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන ලබාමි මොක්ඛං පුප්පං නිලායාති යතානි ධම්මේ කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං.
Offering of water.
ආදිවාසීතු නොබන්තේ පානියං පරිකම්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Offering of drinks.
ආදිවාසීතු නොබන්තේ ගිලාන පච්චයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Worship of shrines.
වන්දාමි චේතියං සම්බං සම්බධානේසු පතිත්ථිතං සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Next page. Wish of well-being.
Itnjeva matchanta namaste namaste manu radenante punyami sandang vipulang alatang tansanu bhave hadante rayo.
Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English.
Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of experiences. Mine is chief, mine made are they. If one seeks or acts with a pure mind, happy follows like constant shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like weaving in a moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment. Wise people should remove their impurities, as the smith removes the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened, and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Welcome everyone for our meditation. We are all here together to make a genuine effort to give some attention to wholesome aspect, wholesome capacities of our mind, and then let them grow. Our mind is full of potentials, and it can really grow really, really well. But our ordinary life does not allow the full capacities, all the potentials of our mind to blossom. So we need to make a special effort to let those wholesome potentials to come to the surface, come to grow. So today, as a community, we are giving ourselves that chance. We are genuinely making an effort and genuinely dedicating this time to take care of our mind. And then we will genuinely make an effort to understand, to tap into the wholesome potentials in our mind, and then let it grow. And especially in this meditation, we will pay attention to loving kindness, the ability that we all have to unconditionally accept love and be friendly. We all have that, soft side of us. We just want to bring it out and really grow it. And then we will also develop a mindfulness, which is the sharpness of the mind, to see things clearly and have more clarity to things in our life. So we will develop this meditation together. So rejoice this moment that we are dedicating our time to take care of our mind. We are allowing the wholesome qualities, wholesome potentials in our mind to grow. So just rejoice this moment. And also rejoice that whatever skill that we are going to develop right here is going to benefit so many beings in this world. And all these skills, all this practice that we are doing here right now is not only for ourselves, but actually for the benefit of many living beings. With our goodness, with the growth of our good potentials, so many people will benefit from them. So be encouraged have another reason to practice this meditation. This is going to benefit so many living beings. With that, let us make a determination. I will engage wholeheartedly in this practice, and I will make use of this wholesome space, wholesome gathering, and I will engage in a committed practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, let us listen to the sound of the bell and help ourselves to gather our attention and establish ourselves here. We will also do our chant, Namo Buddhaya, to further help us to settle into this moment. Feel your body. This is a moment that we all can settle into our body. Take a moment to feel different parts of your body. Feel your lower legs, where they touch now. Exactly what kind of sensation we can feel when our feet are touching the floor, the cushion. And then feel the weight of the body in your sit bones. Feel where our body meets the chair or cushion. And feel those pressed muscles. Feel your upper body, perhaps in your back area. If you have any sensation with your clothes in your whole back area, just notice them. Recognize those spots in your back. And feel the front part of your body. See whether you can notice the subtle movement in the belly area with your breath. And your hands, how they are kept right now. What do you feel in your palms and fingers? With this awareness of the body, let us acknowledge I am sitting here right now. This is really what is happening now. I am quietly sitting here in this wholesome space. It's a very simple moment, but it's very profound. I'm fully aware where I am, sitting here with full awareness of the sitting. With this present moment awareness, we can simplify our mind. We can let go, remove whatever thoughts occurring in our mind. Just be aware of this body and this posture. With this awareness of the body, let us take this moment to allow this body to relax, further relax. There can still be places in our body where there are tightness, tensions, some stiffness. This is a good opportunity for our body to completely rest, relax. In this very safe, friendly place, we can let go of all the concerns and allow our whole body to loosen up, to relax. Let us relax our facial muscles. If you have any ripples in your forehead or in between your eyebrows, loosen them up, relax them, drop them. And we can relax our facial muscles by inviting a gentle smile, a very gentle smile, and relax all the muscles in that area. Feel how that smile can relax us, so many muscles around the face. We can relax our shoulders, letting the shoulders drop down without bending the back, simply dropping the shoulders further down. We can relax our belly, simply letting our belly to drop to the front. No holding, no tightness, loosening it up, letting it to drop to the front. If you wish, you can use your breath to relax your body further. You can lengthen your in-breath slowly, taking a very slow, long in-breath and allowing that air slowly release, allowing the whole chest, the belly to relax. Feel the relaxation when you take a long, slow breath and when you release that breath very slowly. Feel what are the muscles are relaxing, releasing, and dropping. Give this body a chance to completely relax, all the muscles to loosen up. With this relaxed body, we will let this body to continue to rest, continue to experience these loosened muscles. And then we will bring our whole attention to our mind, letting this body to be here as relaxed as it can. Let us bring our whole attention to our mind. We will watch what are the thoughts, memories that are coming to our mind right now. Just watch without selecting any thought, without developing any thought further. Let us simply keep noticing various thoughts, memories that are coming to our mind right now. Be open and keep noticing. Various thoughts, memories, intentions keep popping up, and this is the ordinary nature of the mind. In this moment, let us now start to navigate our thoughts, direct our whole mental energy to a wholesome direction. This is a good time that we can gradually guide our mind to experience one of its most wholesome qualities, to allow this mind to bring out one of its most wholesome potentials, loving kindness, metta. Loving kindness is the genuine wish of well-being towards everyone. It is the friendliness towards all beings. It is the goodwill for all, a willingness for everyone to be well. Let us bring this wholesome quality to our mind right now. This is a very conducive environment for us to allow that loving kindness to surface. We will generate that loving kindness, that willingness for everyone, including ourselves, to be well, to be fine. That goodwill towards all beings. How good if everyone in this world is fine, is safe, is healthy, is happy. How good it is. Are we willing for that? We all have that willingness. Let us bring it out right now. Open your heart, just like when you see a little baby smiling, little baby. How open is our heart when you see a smiling little baby? Or when we are petting a puppy, a kitten, or any other pet, how open is our heart? Generate the same level of readiness to care, same level of openness, genuine wish of well-being. Allow this loving kindness to surface to the mind right now. We will now cultivate this loving kindness, make this loving kindness stronger and stronger by directing this loving kindness to all different kinds of people and keep wishing well-being to everyone. We will wish well-being to all different people. and all different beings. But we will start with one being, that is ourselves. Just like all other living beings, we ourselves also deserve this loving kindness. Let us direct this loving kindness, the same loving, caring attention that we had towards a baby or puppy or kitten or any other pet. Let us direct the same level of caring attention to ourselves, to this living being sitting here. Feel your presence. Feel your body, your presence here, and make a genuine wish to this living being. May this person sitting here be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. May I be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us continue to direct this loving kindness to ourselves. We will take a moment to direct this loving kindness to our body. This body, all the organs and all the systems of this body have been helping us a lot to live this precious human life. We will direct this loving kindness to all these different parts and all the systems of this body. May these lungs, which are helping us even to breathe right now, may these lungs and the whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs in this whole system, the stomach, liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, all these organs which are helping us to digest what we eat and to energize our whole body. May this whole system be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys, May these both kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the spinal cord, the brain stem, the middle brain, the frontal lobe, may this whole nervous system be well, be healthy, be healed. May all the muscles, all the cells, all the bones throughout this body, and all these joints throughout this body be well, be healthy, be healed. Let this loving kindness penetrate this whole body. Let it to travel to each corner of the whole body. May this whole body, from the top of the head all the way to the tips of the toes, be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us now expand this wish beyond ourselves to everyone else with the same level of genuineness, same level of intensity. We will wish all others the same level of well-being. Let us wish for all people who are connected to our life. May all people, our family members, our good friends, the extended family, and all the beloved people in our life, may they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond those close people to everyone else. May all people sitting with us in this room right now, let us genuinely make a wish to one another. May all these beloved, friendly people, including the monks, may all of these spiritual friends be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this room to this whole area. May all people in this surrounding area, no matter who they are, may everyone living in this whole surrounding area be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this area to all other faraway places, all people living in faraway places in all directions. May all people living in all faraway cities, states, and countries in the direction of our front, may all people in this direction be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people living in the direction of our right, everyone living in this direction in all the faraway places, may they all be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. All people living in the direction of our back, in all faraway cities and states and countries of this direction, in the back, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. All people living in the direction of our left, in faraway places in this direction, may they all be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people living in all over the world, every human being, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all all living beings living in every direction, all animals, all life forms, each and every living organism without exception. Be well. Be well. Be well. Be peaceful. 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 With this loving kindness, we will now gently rest our mind on our breath. This wholesome state of the mind that embraces all beings without exception, with that openness, with that spaciousness in the mind, we will now gently rest our mind on our breathing. In this wholesome, peaceful moment, we can feel our breath. We can feel the air moving through our nostrils. We can feel the air coming out from our nostrils. We can feel the filling of the lungs with the in-breath. We can feel the emptying of the lungs of the out-breath. If you don't feel it clearly, you can lengthen your breath a little bit and try to feel it clearly. And then let the natural breath to occur gradually. Let us be with our breath, noticing all the details of this breath. We will develop mindfulness on breathing for next few minutes. Keep coming back to your breath. No matter how many times you have other thoughts or memories, that is normal. But just notice them and keep coming back. Coming back and feel the breath as clearly as you can. Dukkha pataca nidukkha bhayapattaca nibbaya sokapattaca nisukha hontu sabbepi paninu. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are grieving be free from grieving. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation. Gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let us take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation in our life. Feel grateful to all great teachers in the past who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Feel grateful whoever helped our meditation practice tonight, whoever even cleaned and arranged this space for us to meditate. Let us also feel grateful even to these non-living things which supported our meditation, including this cushion, the chair, the bell, the fan, and this device which help you to connect to meditation from home. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. You can use the other switch, yeah. Yes. You can do it again. అది కూడా Okay, let us continue our discussion on the Noble Eightfold Path. So we know that this, the path that consists of 8 aspects is kind of, training program for us to transform transform our whole being actually. So it's based on the understanding that we all are vulnerable to experience suffering, but the suffering is not a must, and it is a causal product, and it's not something that someone else is creating this suffering. It's not we ourselves is actually solely and creating this suffering, but it's a causal product. And if you understand the whole mechanism, we can work towards to transcend that suffering. So there are 8 parts of this practice. We just covered the first 2, like last 3 weeks, right? The last 3 weeks. Yeah, we passed. Yeah. So it's based on this very basic understanding that how, suffering is a causal product. But we need to understand what I use the term suffering very freely, but what we really mean here, actually, the term dukkha, which has a little bit, deep meaning than simple suffering, is more like a dissatisfaction, discontent. Suffering is maybe like a more one of the manifestation of the dukkha, like a more visible form. But there's an underlying invisible form that kind of underlying in our mind as a form of dissatisfaction and a form of discontent. And so that is happening. So therefore, the whole Buddhist practice is to understand it and then how to overcome that. So it has, first is to understand this whole thing. Basically, understanding is as a causal, product, causal process, and also understand how our volitional actions are really important in deciding, the quality of our life. And then how we as human beings, how we can actually change these causes and condition and come to a whole different experience, in any situation. So the first one is what you could write: understanding of the mechanism of dukkha. The second part is actually, once you understand this whole mechanism of dukkha and understand, on one hand, everyone is vulnerable to experience suffering. On the other hand, it is possible for us to overcome that. When these two understand come together, when you see everyone is vulnerable to experience suffering, you develop this compassion. No one is free. No one is free from suffering. So we develop this compassion. And then when we have this understanding that it can be overcome because it's a causal product. It's something that comes to be as a result of, combination number of causes. So it can be overcome. So we develop this, what you call, right intention or perfect intention of, intention of letting go, intention of loving kindness, intention of compassion. So we can be set intentions. Okay, so this is how suffering is occurring, and this is how, everyone is vulnerable. And now I want to set my goals in my life, and I will work towards the transcendence of suffering. So our whole project is actually, we can call against suffering. Actually, not really. It's not really against dukkha, because even Buddha didn't say that we should not be against it. We should accept the dukkha. But actually, our whole project is to tackle the causes of the dukkha. What we have to remove is not this dukkha. We have to remove the cause of the dukkha. We don't have to struggle with the result. We simply accept it and welcome it, but we handle the causes, the conditions that give rise to this suffering, this dissatisfaction. So therefore we set goals, we set intentions. I will practice, and I will develop thoughts of letting go, or generosity, thoughts of loving kindness, and thoughts of compassion. And now today is a real stuff. How we can implement those intentions, that understanding into real life. And one important aspect of real life is speech. Right, Bhante? Yeah, speech. Yeah. That's a very important aspect of real life, speech. So the right speech, perfect speech, is what the Buddha started with. First behavioral thing that we need to adjust is our speech. Because maybe large percentages of our day-to-day suffering is a result of our miscommunication. Don't you think so? A large percentage, any relationship, any personal relationship, professional relationship, anywhere, most of the suffering that we are going through is maybe as a result of our not being able to communicate well, our unskillfulness in communication. So therefore, so the Buddha talked about, okay, let's make our speech right. Maybe let's make our speech, in accordance with our goal of handling the causes of suffering. So therefore, we will make effort to manage our speech in a way that will not hurt others, and that will also not hurt ourselves. and how we can manage our speech in a way that it is not going to hurt anyone, is also not going to hurt ourselves. So there are 4 aspects to that actually. Bhante, when we read the 5 precepts, we read that 4 aspects, right? In the 5 precepts.
One, right? Related to speech.
The speech, yeah. But we in our vows, we refer to all the 4 aspects. Yeah. So there are 4 aspects, 4 areas that we need to pay attention to. The one way that our speech can be hurtful when it is not truthful, when it is false, when we try to cheat others. The second one is when it is what we call slanderous, or like creating disharmony among people using our speech, and then try to create disharmony or distrust, or and then the third aspect is the harshness of the speech. Can be harsh speech, can be very rough, hurtful words. And the fourth aspect is actually called idle chatter, or idle chatter, or like useless speech. Can be gossiping too. But like useless, like talking about unnecessary things and just wasting the time and bringing topics that is not relevant. Just like uncontrolled kind of speech without having any particular goal, and then in the middle you create hurt others, you hurt yourself, and then particularly the speech that is not necessary. So it's about limiting the speech. I mean talking only the important things, necessary things. So the 4 aspects. So our speech can generate suffering into ourselves and to others when it is false, when it is slanderous, when it is harsh, when it is useless, when it is directionless. So therefore we shape our speech to try to make it truthful, try to make it harmonious, and try to make it pleasant as much as possible, and then try to make it useful. So those are the 4 aspects. So we try to form our speech in that way. So that will reduce much of the suffering in ourselves and also suffering in others. Okay, but how easy it is? How easy it is? Yeah, I think I feel like when Buddha refer to these 4 aspects. First one is being truthful. So being truthful is about what we say. So we have to pay attention to what we say. Try to be truthful and try to try to be factual and what we say. And when he says slanderous speech, is more focusing on the intention of the speech. It can be truthful, completely truth, but why you want to say it right now, and why you want to say to that person, so the intention. So it's referring to more like intention. So sometimes even truthful things, we can speak we can speak truth, but in a way to create disharmony, create conflicts in other people. So in that way, is paying attention to the intention of this intention behind the speech. When he said the harsh, like being a kind speech, like not speaking harsh words, but being kind, then he's referring to more of the how we speak. How we speak, like the way the tone, how we speak.
Not only the verbal communication, but body language, even Bhante, right?
Yes, speech can be beyond verbal, right? Non-verbal. Yeah. The last one, when he say useless speech, I think he was more referring to the point of when we speak. So what we speak, what is the intention behind our speech, right? How we speak, when we speak. Those are the important aspects in our speech, that we need to be skillful in all these areas. And in the quote that send out, we said sometimes maybe the best thing is to simply listen, not to say anything, right? Yeah, sometimes.
The email one, right? You mean?
Email,
In the
in the
email.
email, yes, in the email.
Being in noble silent, right, Band?
Yeah, yeah, not simply being,
Hmm.
but in a noble silence, you are silent, but you are very mindful,
Hmm.
right? Yeah. So I think when in my personal life, and also when I talk with other people, I have found this conflict between being truthful and at the same time being harmonious. Like how to practice our right speech. We need to be truthful. We also need to be like not slanderous, not creating conflicts and disharmony in other people.
Trying to be kind.
Yeah, I mean,
Truthfully kind.
you mean
Truthfully kind.
truthfully and kind.
No, truthfully kind.
Truthfully kind. How we can combine together, right? Yeah. I mean, I always give one example, like, I mean, this is not directly related to this. When we were in Natrona Heights, and we have a big, wood behind it, and sometimes we get, deer. So the person who helped us to cut grass, the landscaping guy, he's a hunting person. One day he came and asked me, Bante, did you see a deer around here? I did see. But if I say yes, he will come with his guns, right? So you can be truthful, but you are also sometimes maybe harming or hurting someone, right? So how to handle, how to handle like that, right? And sometimes maybe telling the truth maybe can create conflicts in other people. But sometimes we need to help people come to reality, and not always being fooled by others, not always being cheated by others. We need to help the person to understand the truth. But it's again, what we really our really intention. I mean, if someone really confront and ask us, and then we have to be truthful. But if you go around and try to tell the truth, but actually with the intention of creating disharmony, destroying their friendship, that's a whole different story. Right. So as human beings, I think we have the most sophisticated communication style, right? I mean, all the animals, they know how to communicate in very extreme forms. I mean, in very creative ways. Sometimes we don't know, but they really know how to communicate to each other. But as human beings, we have a special ability. We have a language. We have a very sophisticated language. So we should be able to write really skillful in communicating, because we have very sophisticated, very advanced language. But I think we are not very successful in that. Because I think the problem is that we are clouded by our emotions. Sometimes when we really want to communicate what we need, we don't really say what we want to say in a conversation, in a dialogue, particularly in a very emotional dialogue. Sometimes we have a particular need that is not met, and as a result of that, we get frustrated and angry. And when we communicate to the other person, what we are communicating is not really the need that is not met, but actually your frustration and anger. And it's
And
quite
the other way, Bante, even the listener, right?
Yes.
He listens something else because what he needs, the listener needs something else,
yeah.
right? But he wants something else for the listener. I mean,
So
speaker,
it's-
both, I think.
Yeah, the listener also has a job, like try
Yeah.
to understand,
Mhm.
right? Yeah. So someone we may be saying something, and listener may be hearing completely different thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
The
But-
speaker wants the listener to agree with
Them.
them, and so therefore the speaker gets upset because the listener doesn't agree. with
I agree. Oh, that's a whole different thing. Yeah.
Thinking about my sister. and politics.
Yes, and also one thing, if we have an ability to decide after hearing that word, the listener, to what happened to that listener, if that listener would be happy or unhappy. If we can decide before
Before we
we
speak,
speak,
if I speak in this way, whether the listener will be happy or will he understand it or not. So you mean that, Bante, before we say it, we kind of organize our language.
yes, ma'am, we should have words and intention also.
Yeah.
Or like our mothers used to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That's a very good advice, you know. And one time, actually, there's the poem given by the Buddha. Buddha said that everyone born into this world is born with born with a axe. Yeah, born with an axe in his mouth. Born with an axe in his mouth, and the unwise people use this axe to cut himself and also to cut others. And especially, important thing about the axe, it has, two edges. It can cut, both ways. So the axe that is we are born with inside our mouth can cut both ways.
Bhante, it could also be used as a tool.
Exactly, definitely. That's the whole thing about learning about right speech. Yeah, but the same thing can be really used to heal. Right? Can be used to heal everyone. Yeah. So definitely, our speech is a very powerful, powerful kind of call it weapon. Powerful tool that can either hurt others or heal others, right? So how we are using it. So definitely we need a lot of mindfulness to do that. But actually understanding that that having this awareness that it has these four aspects. The what we say, our intention, and how we say, and when it is said. It's the right time to say. Sometimes we can be really truthful. It can be really, pleasant, but we may say in that very wrong time. Right? So we always have to, think about that. So knowing these, aspects, and then really, thinking about those things before we speak is really important to reduce the suffering that, that is generated, in our lives. I think the tone of the language, and Buddha said that the third aspect, like, the being kind, being like pleasant in the speech. I think tone, not only what we say, but even the very tone of the language is also very important. Because I think we are affected by the tone of the language before we get the content of the language, content of the expression, right? Someone can say a very truthful thing, but if they come with like really wrong tone, we already kind of create a barrier.
Send the wrong impression. Yeah. And then they have a misperception of what the message is that you're saying. They think that you're angry and you're not actually angry.
Yeah. So I think, so as, people who are speaking, we can, we have to really think about the tone also. Exactly how we are saying it, particularly if you want to communicate a difficult message. Maybe like, you got hurt and you want to say other person that I was hurt. Okay. And then we really want to communicate that, the concern, that really what happened. And so we really had to pay attention to the tone of our language if you really want other person to realize what really happened. And the tone is very important. If you go with the wrong tone.
Yeah, even a smooth, very pleasant words. If you say something like in the tone, unpleasant, right, Bhante?
The pleasant thing with the unpleasant tone.
Pleasant words, right?
But unpleasant tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, they are affected badly. So I think so. I mean, now we know that this Eightfold Path is actually the very practical. It's not only something that we practice on the cushion. It's something that is very directly related to our everyday life. Once we have that basic understanding that the mechanism of suffering, and then we have this basic intention, and then we apply our speech, and the understanding is a very important tool. It can work either way. And it can also heal, and we can use our speech like heal so many people also, like simply showing our empathy, like in using the and then we can heal so many people with our speech. So this is a privilege as human beings. Speech is a privilege that we all have. It's a special privilege. If we use it to hurt and create suffering, it's useless. Right? We are depriving our human dignity. Right? So I think we should use it to heal ourselves and heal others, and it's an important tool. So I hope that we pay attention to those four aspects, and then yeah. This is not about not speaking. This is not about not expressing yourself, and you can really express yourself. I think the point here is that we don't actually express what we want to express. That's the issue here. And being skillful or being smart in really expressing our need is what is our speech. Recently, I visited like two couples, three couples actually, who got like newborn babies, and so they are going through a lot of transition because they are first being a parent, and so of course here they don't have extended family to support them, so they are going through a lot of things. But one thing, I mean, in that communication, talking to them, what I realized is that actually, particularly when they are going through all this emotional ups and downs, with taking care of the baby, and like learning how to do it, and with all other stress and then the best thing is actually to clearly communicate with the other person that I'm not angry with you, but this is how I feel. I don't know whether it's correct or not, but I feel like you're ignoring me. I mean, genuinely, honestly, patiently, kindly telling it. I don't know whether it is true, but this is how I feel. So then they can talk. Okay, when did you feel that? Did I intend to do that, or was it that you are going through like emotional agitation? So they can communicate and come to understand. And so, like, sometimes when we have those things, we try to suppress and we don't tell it, and then we kind of come to a point of bursting it, and we say things, but not really helpful for the other person to understand it. So it's not about like suppressing our needs, the needs that are unmet, suppressing our concerns, actually communicating them, but in a very skillful ways. So let us use our speech.
In Parliament, Pasannanam Bhiyo Bhavaya. There's a Pali term which is used by Buddha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
When we are talking, we should have an ability to become unpleasant person to pleasant one, pleasant person to more pleasant.
we should use our speech to make unpleasant person to a pleasant person, and pleasant person to a more pleasant person. Okay. Yeah, I think as yes, Bhante, actually, when we sense then our conversation is start to go to a wrong direction, and when you sense that, I think as practitioners, as people who at least have some awareness of this, we should take the responsibility. Okay, I sense now it's going to go in the wrong direction. Other person start to express the emotions. Other person start to speak impulsively, not really choosing his words. So you are as a practitioner, and you should take the responsibility, even like a challenge. Okay, Now I'm seeing that it's going to get into the wrong direction. Let me try whether I can put things back to track. Like, like conversation, not really argument or fighting. So you can take the responsibility and okay, let me listen to the concern of the person. Let me understand the needs of that this person who is, and then try to use all your skills, like put the conversation back to track. Yeah, and that will be your practice.
At least 1% one thing. When we have 2% to talk with some in any occasion,
Mhm.
we should have 2% to talk.
Not
So,
only one person.
No,
Yeah.
the 1% cannot be spoken. So if 1% was wise enough to get to the track, there will
There'll
not
be no problem, right?
problem.
Yeah. But sometimes people say that I cannot be that person all the time, Yeah. Hopefully, other person will learn. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's make a determination, resolution that our speech is a great ability, a tool. Let us use it to heal others, heal ourselves, importantly, and that will be the right speech. So with that, let us now move to the other part of the program. So if you have the book, turn to page 14. And this is time to share the goodness, the merits that we generated right here. By coming to this practice and doing this practice together, we generated so much goodness, so much good karma, so much merits in our heart. Let us now share these merits with everyone else. First of all, let us share these merits with our departed family members, our ancestors, our friends, and sharing this goodness with them too with gratitude. May they all rejoice in this merit. May they all be benefited from this merit. May they all be well, happy and peaceful wherever they may be. Idang mi ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam mi ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam mi ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Let us also share these merits with all other beings. If there's any being who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. All living beings share these merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ettavata ce amhi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana, purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determined to be equal. Our blessing chant. And now we are going to chant for you, wishing you all good health, peace, and happiness. We are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra. And this particular sutra, the discourse given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. So we are going to chant the same sutra for you, wishing you all to receive these blessings, to be blessed with strength and courage, and wisdom and insight to overcome all the difficulties in your life, to be blessed with good health. Particularly today, we want to extend our blessings to Melissa, wishing her a very happy and healthy birthday, wishing her all the good blessings surround her, and wishing her all this smooth growth in her spiritual practice. We also want to extend our blessings to Kay for smooth procedure and for smooth recovery, and focusing our loving kindness towards her, wishing her continuous healing and recovery. We will chant. You may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, your friends, people who are sick. You can remember them and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya manta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamijja sakko joja sojoja suacho chansamudu anatimani santos sakocha subarocha ampaginchocha sallavukavunti santrindriyocha nipakocha ampagambo kulesu ananugendo nacha kundang samachare kinchena vinyu pare upavadeyum sukino vake minohuntu sabbe santa bhavantu sukitanta ye kechipane bhutanti tasavatavrava anavasesadi gavaye mahantava Jimaraskanukatula dittava eva additta ete dure vasanti avidure bhutava sambhavesiva sabbe santa bhavantu sukhitanta naparo parang nikumbete nati manyete kanta cinang kanche vyarosana patika sanya nanya manyasnsa dukka mitjaya mata yatani yang puntang ayusa eka punta manurangke vampi sambha bhutesu manasang bhavaye aparimanang mittang ca sambhalokasming manasang bhavaye aparimanang uddang adoca tiriyang ca asambadang avirang asapantang dittang carang nisingno vasayano
යාවතස්ස විගදමින්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිට්ඨේය බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාහෝ දිට්ඨිං ච අනුපගම්ම සීලවා දස්සනීන සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනේයගේ ධම්මයි ජාතු ගම්බසෙයං පුනරේති තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොත්ති තේ හෝතු සම්බදායේ තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සම්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සම්බීතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සම්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු මාතේ භවත්වන්තරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භව භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු
Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to our mind whatever kind deed that we were able to do during last few days. Think about your past few days and remember an incident in which you were kind to someone, that you will be able to helpful to someone. Just think about such a moment. Let us rejoice those opportunities to be kind. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings, with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in freeing my heart. Let us now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others. Think about your past few days and recall to your mind help, kind attention, care that you receive from others. There is always a moment that we receive some kindness, some care, and some help from others. Even a help that you heard about others. Let us rejoice the goodness of others.
On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others, with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds. Let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you everyone for joining our meditation. I have an announcement. This next Saturday will be our Dhamma camp for children. So if you know any children who like to participate, it's a one-day Dhamma camp from 9 to
4:30. Not next one, right?
the 20th Saturday. 20th Saturday is the Dhamma camp for children. So if you like to be a volunteer in the camp, please meet Bhante Mitra. He will collect your information. He will assign you some tasks. And then if you know some children above
From age 5 to above.
5 above, you can help them to register, sign up in our website. The next important news is actually on September 23rd, 24th, 25th weekend. Third weekend is our annual meditation retreat. So we have invited a very senior meditation master, Bhante Yogavachara Rahula, to come here, and we have a non-residential but in-person meditation session. On 23rd Friday, we have an evening session from 7 to 9, introductory orientation, and then 24th Saturday from 9 to 9. Of course, don't worry, you will not be meditating all the time. There'll be yoga sessions and discussions, and you will see the schedule. And then on 25th Sunday from 9 to 5. So this is the weekend retreat, and so it's more an opportunity for us to go a little bit deeper into our meditation. And that venerable Bhante will focus more on insight meditation. So it will be really useful. So that is 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Yeah. So
That is September, no?
September. That is in September. I mean, for you to schedule in advance. September. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, those who join our YouTube. Really appreciate your participation, and thank you, everyone. Yeah. Please. Please come to have blessing string, and we can all reconvene in the library. We have